Welcome back. As promised, I'm coming with more true crime. I want to take another look at Micah Miller and Pastor John Paul. I mean, every day there's more and more shit coming out. Okay. The ex-wife saying that he was having relations, and I'm talking about the ex-wife before Micah, talking about JP having relations with girls under the age of 16, that there should be a criminal offense. And I believe that was even documented before Micah. And while he was married, he was having an affair with Micah. Okay? And this is somebody that leads a church. And I wanted to say, I found out something really interesting. This church is classified as Pentecostal. That just totally blew my mind. And I see this running rapid. What is it with the Pentecostal church? They're as bad as some other denominations with little boys and little girls. Okay? I could tell you a story about a Pentecostal church that is local. When I was married, we started out at this church. Okay? I'm not going to name it, in case anybody comes across this. But the pastor of that church, very well known, and actually held the title as a bishop, paid the wife of one of the people in the church, and this wife's husband went along with it. By the way, this wife had she hasn't divorced him because he won't give her a divorce. But she hasn't been with him for a long time. She hasn't even been in that church or that religion for a very long time. But used to pay her. Now this has nothing to do with children. But used to pay her for certain favors. You know what I'm talking about. And what happened is one day in one of the services, we were out of the church by then. My husband, myself, and my mother-in-law. Let me adjust this camera a little bit. We were out of the church by then, weren't attending. We were at a different church. So we didn't witness this. But we heard all about it. That wife stood up and aired the dirty laundry. And at that same time, other people stood up. And including, at the time that this happened, these people were now adults, were saying, as a child, this is what this pastor did to them. Inappropriate behavior. Okay? He was kind of shunned. Half the people left the church. That church split off into 3 different other churches. Including the husband of that wife that got the ball rolling when she stood up and aired the dirty laundry. He started his own church. And this is before she left him, right? Now this pastor's wife, sweetest lady, but a bit older than he was. So he had an older wife, and he went for young girls. Sickos. And they're supposed to preach born-again Christians and living holy life. And, you know, it's all a crock of shit, is my opinion. And some people wonder why I don't attend church anywhere. I've just seen too much. And this happens so many times. And we have these people in the pulpit. Well, he was relieved of his duties for a while. Somebody else took over. But a few years after that, I remember it was, I don't know how many years later. Maybe 10? Maybe not even 10. Maybe 5 years later. After I was in the process of my divorce in 2004, 2005, this pastor was back in the pulpit again. And just kind of like John Paul Miller, excuses, saying they were lies, they were deception, he was railroaded, he was framed, he was set up. I mean, and that church stayed small. It used to be a huge, big church. Then it went small. This pastor was one of them that had luxury cars, had like a 4-car garage, had like 3 or 4 vehicles, Cadillacs, an RV, and all this other stuff. He was getting paid handsomely. But I know that revenue went way down because half the people left. I guess some new people showed up. But he explained away everything. You know what I'm saying? And when when all this came out about MICA Miller, and I heard today that there was a Pentecostal church, I said, holy shit. You know, it's the praise type of church. Born again. Let's get saved, etc., etc. I just sat there when I heard that, and I just shook my head. Like, unfucking believable. And I just had to tell that story because I've seen it firsthand. It's like, I don't want to go near a church. You don't know what you're getting. You don't know who's trying to lead you. Who's living a not-so-holy life. This church of John Paul reminds me so much of a cult, and so did, when I think about it, this church that I started out in. My married life in. And I think about, oh, you can't cut your hair. Women can't cut their hair. Women can't wear makeup. Women can't wear jewelry. Women can't wear pants. They have to wear skirts from the knee or longer. Yeah. Some in this particular religion, including the one dude, the husband of that woman, went as far as would not allow TVs, anybody in his congregation to even have a TV. I mean, I'm not saying that all Pentecostals are cults. No. But there are some out there that have very much cult characteristics. It's scary. I will not darken a Pentecostal church door ever again in my life. Never. Anyhow, let's get on to this about John Paul. I shit you not. The devil. That's his energy. I shit you not. Evil at the core. Totally evil. Let's see what else comes out. I want to know more about John Paul. And by the way, the preacher also learned today that John Paul was not fired. He's just on a leave of absence. And I wonder how soon he's going to be back in the pulpit. Probably sooner than later. Because he likes that power. He likes the power. All the dishonesty and everything. There's a TikToker out there supporting John Paul. So, how much is John Paul paying this TikToker? I wonder. You have to watch JLR Investigates. He did a live this morning. I've been watching him because of MICA. Okay? Because the stuff he's uncovering, the stuff he's finding. A lot of people don't like JLR. But in some instances, I will watch him. Some cases, I don't. No. But the same with MICA, absolutely. He's on it. He is so on it. Okay, what else do we have about John Paul? What else? Yeah, I shit you not. Hereford Church. He is Satan. He is the devil in sheep's clothing. And he hides behind the church. Head of the church. It's like the devil is running that church. I'm sorry. Those of you that might still be in Solid Rock, Pentecostal, it's not God running the church. God's not involved in that at all, in that ministry at all. It is Satan. Just saying. Satan is behind the ministry. I can't make this shit up. I want one more card. Okay, they gave me two. The Lovers. And the Hermit. This is making me think of certain SEXUAL abominations going on in the house of God, and the ministry is clouded with, overseen, governed by Satan, evil, ungodly things, many lovers, but he presents himself as a guidance. This is like the church being guided, the bookends, by somebody with a sex addiction. Somebody who is truly ungodly. Okay. Now, all this stuff is going out. Let's talk about MICA and John Paul. I am using my True Crime deck. Okay. And the shameless plug is, if you want to get a hold of this deck at the pre-order sale, you got to grab it. You got to order before June 15th. Okay. And this is a hefty deck, so I'm going to help myself out. And shuffle the two halves and then shuffle them together. Jeez. A little bit slick. They do have a nice, a little bit of a satiny finish. I specifically chose like a non-high gloss. I didn't want a high gloss deck because of lights, you know, the glares and stuff like that. And I wanted something easy to shuffle, easy to handle. It's just a very large deck. Booze. I think I mentioned in the last reading, I wonder if there's any kind of substance abuse with him. Did I not? Okay. I'm going to get 10 cards. Start out with 10 cards. See if I can weave some kind of story together. Okay, Micah. Do your magic. Let's see what we got. I shit you the fuck not. I shit you not. Church. I shit you not. Boom. Caregiver. A caregiver in the church. There's speculation on that too of her health care. I quit. I quit. Another I shit you not moment. Cult. This is somebody who says that they're taking care of everybody in the church. Right? This is somebody who has the answer to all. But it's being run like a cult. Micah had defensive wounds, or some kind of wounds. She had bruises, and she had a hand print or something like that on one of her arms. Bruises on her hands. She had self-defense wounds. Get one more. I shit you not. And he did erase a lot of evidence and conversations with other people. I swear to God, I mean, I can't make this shit up. The perpetrator in the church. The church is partially to blame. I quit! I quit! A mole. A snitch. So that could be a good thing if somebody's willing to come forth and call a spade a spade. Foolish. Here's another I shit you not moment. A big one. What did I say in the last Micah video about either his mistress or Micah herself? Was she pregnant? Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Spousal support and child support? John Paul will be paying out his ass. Oh, this is a nasty web. This is a nasty web. There might have been some kind of communication. Did Micah tell somebody that she was pregnant? Or there might be news of a pregnancy. That's going to be huge. But here's the other thing. Micah has already been cremated. Yeah. No autopsy. No toxology report. Didn't even test for residue on her fingers or her body. As in GUN residue. No powder residue. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a mole in the cult. Somebody, I feel, is going to come out. Let's pull 5 more just for the heck of it. Doing what needs to be done. That's John Paul all day long. He had to do what needed to be done. Investigation. I think that there needs to be a serious investigation in this. Self-deletion. Somebody knows something about this. So this can also be somebody is out there doing what they need to do as far as investigating this so-called self-deletion. Okay? The cards are on it. I shit you not. Drifter. She felt alone. Micah did feel alone. She was trying to get away from John Paul. She moved to Kansas and then she came back. You want to know why? I shit you not. What is drawing my attention is the camera. If you recall, I don't know if I said this, but it's out there that it is documented about an apology letter from JP to Micah about certain types of photograph. You know, not having this part of her outfit on. Okay. Putting it out on the internet and saying, oh, I'm sorry. It was only up for an hour and then it was taken down. I was just angry over you telling people bad things about my sins. I just wanted to hurt you. The photographer. And was there any other kind of blackmail, per se, in association with that picture? Like, you don't come home, you don't come back to South Carolina. It's going to go out to other places. Makes me wonder. Really makes me wonder. But there's somebody doing what they need to do as far as the investigation is concerned. This is almost saying that they're trying to say that she acted alone on the self-deletion. I don't buy it. I think there's an investigation going to be launched. Did she act alone on this or not? And going back to the blackmail, this can also be somebody spying. Like I said, there's a mole in that organization, in that church. And that's right dead center of the spread, by the way. The mole. There's something here. You know, and after she went back, she felt foolish. But the wounds. There was some kind of fight where she got self-defense wounds on her hands, on her arm. Prior to the self-deletion. Okay? But it's just kind of funny. The perpetrators in this. This is saying, and falling in line with the church, we're talking about John Paul mainly. Somebody's going to squeal on him. I really feel somebody's going to squeal on him. Makes me question. She may have pulled the trigger. Maybe. Got the caregiver here with the self-delete. Somebody, maybe it wasn't John Paul, but there was somebody there within the church on John Paul's side taking care to make sure what was needed to be done was done, that it was completed. Wow. I want to know more about this mole. And I'm going to leave the pregnancy card out. There's a couple cards I do want to draw spreads on. Four cards to be exact. I want to start with the mole. Okay? I want to know more about this mole. In fact, let's put the mole over here, because that's who we are looking at. Okay. Show me more about the mole, please. Tell me more about the mole. I shit you not. This card was trying to fall out of the deck. The devil. Evil workings in the church. The cult-like activities. This mole has inside information. Show me this mole. Show me this mole. Nine of Swords. They're kind of hiding right now. There's fear. Knight of Pentacles. Fear of the Knight of Pentacles. The person who appears to be secure. The person who appears to be loyal. They're worried about the questioning of their loyalty. It's like this mole feels some kind of obligation or some kind of loyalty to the church, but it's plaguing them. That mole's going to come out. I feel it. In the past, being shunned, Five of Pentacles, a lack, finances, being out in the cold, the moon, mysterious. You know, so there's a lot of mystery around this mole. This feels like an outsider. The mole feels like an outsider. Temperance. Moderation. Cooking something up. Look at her brewing something there. She's cooking something up in that pot. There's something going to be brewing here. Right now they're kind of staying hidden. The moon is also a representation of fear. Right now Currently, they're afraid to come out. Six of Swords. It's like when they feel it's safe, they will. Oh, Ten of Swords. Holy shit. Whoever this is, you know, a lack of safe passage. Fearful to move around. You know, they're cooking something up so that they can escape some sort of fate or ending. Or are they afraid of deletion, maybe making it look like they did a self-deletion? Okay. See what else? The Devil. Or they're afraid of their own dirty laundry being aired. Whoever this mole is, I feel, has their own set of sins. They're afraid of what's going to be cooked up or brought out about them. They have some secrets too. I'm just saying. The church, Hierophant, the religion, external influence. We've got the church and we've got the devil. Good versus evil. So this person definitely, from what I'm picking up on, has skeletons in their own closet. And they are afraid of emotional loss, of losing their friends, losing their status, losing their family. So they keep everything inside and hidden, High Priestess. But they know. That's that hidden knowledge. The King of Wands is standing as an obstacle. That is somebody who is fired up, ambitious, in charge, maybe even, mean temper about them. So that is the challenge to this mole. Nine of Pentacles and money. Page of Cups. I just happen to see those. Emotional stability. Maybe even them being shown of emotional instability. What am I looking for? Tell me, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something. What am I looking for? I know I'm looking for a deck. What am I looking for? Nope, nope, nope. 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 Sorry. I was looking for Mildred Payne. And I'm searching and searching and searching. Probably for the past 10 minutes. And it was right in front of my face. Someplace I looked 3 or 4 times. And I did not see it. Okay. Let's get some Mildred. I want to look at this the Moon card, the mystery. This is a mystery person. Somebody who hasn't spoken out yet. This is a mystery person. Water, more mystery. Emotions. Something deep. I just get deep, deep, deep. Pipe. Comfort zone. Comfortable. Something that's very familiar, very comfortable, relaxing. Water. Water could be the emotions. It could be, but it's something very, very deep. Purity, change, life, subconscious thoughts, mysterious feelings. This is something that's just not quite right. And the pipe does represent the comfort zone. It does represent keeping peace and tranquility. And it is also, it's about contentment, all the comforts of home, spirituality. Some real deep-seated spiritual. Now, spiritual can be good or bad. Think about it. Satan is a spirit. Remember that. You have good spirits, you got bad spirits. Right now, whoever this is seems to be quite happy keeping things buried. Things are buried and covered up right now. This person's comfortable in hiding at the moment. And hiding because this person is represented as being committed to the church. There's an issue with loyalty. This person knows something that was been going on in the church, and I'm willing to bet 10-1 that they know something to put John Paul behind bars. But it's eating at their conscience. It really is. So I'm looking at a mole who is conflicted with their loyalties. Are they betraying their church? Are they betraying God? Are a question of their loyalties. Ten of Swords. What's that about? An ending. Show me the Ten of Swords. Matter of time. Time running out. Okay, what about this time running out? Hourglass. The tree. The dove. Whoever this is really wants to maintain peace. And they know that their peace is that they have rooted themselves in. The dove is also representation of the olive branch, church, Noah, the storm that came, and the calm after the storm, and Ten of Swords, the ultimate ending of their peace. I'm getting the sense of they're afraid of the consequences. But for whatever reason, they are cooking something up. Any clarity on what they're cooking up? What are they cooking up? What is this mole cooking? Got the mushroom. Don't tell me they're literally cooking. But we'll see what the mushroom represents. I never got that card before. Mushroom. And what else? Anything else? Okay, they just the mushroom. I've never gotten that card. Failure, poor decisions, doubt, taking a risk. A growing problem. Okay, they're cooking what they're cooking up is risky, and they understand that. It's almost like they want certain things need to fall into place before they come forward. It's almost like I want to make sure I'm out of John Paul's reach. That's just kind of what I'm getting. And let's nail this one in the butt too. What's this devil about in this spread? I think it's hoping to expose the devil in the church. But I also feel that it has something to do with the past of this mole. It's like problems that could be brewing for this mole. If they come forward, things about this mole is going to come out as well. Show me this devil. Show me the devil. The feather spirit. A devil spirit, an evil spirit. Ribbon, gift. Spiritual gifts. Negative spiritual gifts. Spawned from the pits of hell. Anything else? Arrow. Goals. Goal orient. Okay. This is the devil hiding behind spiritual gifts with a certain agenda. Now, this is just confirming what I've been thinking. Whoever the mole is has done some pretty bad and shady shit in the church also. And I think that's where their fear is coming from. Show me this. Yeah. Their fears, they're afraid of exposure. Boom. They're afraid of their own sins being exposed. This is running rapid. It's not just the preacher in his church. This is probably somebody who is appearing to still support the preacher. Just saying. That's what this looks like. Whoever that mole is somebody that appears to be supportive and behind John Paul. Okay. Let's see what this pregnancy card is, by the way. I'm looking for certain cards. Either mistress cards, mistress vibes, or mother vibes, like MICA. Okay? She would have been the mother of the church. Sorry about that. My son rang. Instead of doing 16, he only did 8 because they're overstaffed. He's on his way home. See if I could get this part answered before he gets here. Okay. We're going to take a look at this pregnancy. Real quick. I'm keeping an eye on where he's located. Where he's at. Gives me, so I can gauge how much time I got. And then I'm probably going to have to stop recording if I'm not done with this. Temporarily. Okay. Show me this pregnancy. High Priestess. Somebody knows about it. Or knew about it, not talking about it. King of Wands, there he is again. I think that is the pastor. The pastor knew. The star is born. Hope. New edition. The world had to end. Oh, shit. We have to end this pregnancy. He wanted her. I think I said this before. He wanted her to get an abortion. And I don't think she believed in it and was going to do that. came up with this idea. Four of Wands and 10 of Cups. He had this idea that he wanted a new family, a new happiness. He would be tied to MICA even more if there was a child. So he came up with this idea where he could create a new life, but something had to come to an end. Part of this was over a pregnancy. I'm willing to bet, and there's no way for us to know now. Or perhaps maybe the mole knows about this. I don't know. But I'm telling you, she was pregnant. Let's talk about her cell phone stuff. Okay. John Paul. What did he delete, or why did he delete it? Was there evidence on her cell phone, on MICA's cell phone, that John Paul deleted? Was there evidence on MICA's cell phone that John Paul deleted? Is there evidence on MICA's cell phone that John Paul deleted? It's kind of funny. When the cell phone was turned over, it was past the grace period where anything could be recovered, allegedly. But it's never gone forever. I'm curious if, what was on this cell phone. Could it be, is it going to be recovered? What evidence did John Paul think he was getting rid of? Could be literally, just like the picture here, could be literally text messages. 2 of Cups. I shit you not, death. Seven of Wands. This was a defensive move. Justice. Oh my God. Yes, there was definitely evidence there. He deleted it because he needed to defend himself, because there could have been legal implications that could have implicated him in her deletion. Queen of Wands, the other woman. And evidence that could have been motive to get rid of Mike. God, there's the fucking devil. There it is again. Deception and working together with somebody. So this was a plan that there was more than one person working on this. John Paul was involved with this other woman, and a lot of devilish activity, evil shit, yes. But there's deception in regards to this woman, and they're working together on this deceptive plan. And he had to take a defensive move to get rid of any kind of evidence that could cause him legal issues. There you go. There you go. I shit you not. The other thing I wanted to look at was these wounds that was on her arms. Basically, was there a big fight, physical fight? Micah defending herself, because according to Micah's father, there was like a handprint, and there were bruises on her hands, like defensive wounds. There's more to this story. A hell of a lot more, no pun intended. King of Cups. Temperance. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. There's a big D again. The Death card. Judgment. Okay, this is saying there was a decision that was made to lie and cover up things about MICA's passing. We have a King of Cups who is romanticizing and courting someone else to be MICA's replacement. And I mean there's a big pot brewing here, and judgment over her passing. Show me the Seven of Swords. I just got to see this. Queen of Wands. Lies from her. Eight of Pentacles. Work. Three of Wands. So this was something that was orchestrated and planned. Whether MICA was coerced or not. I think she was threatened. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that there was a physical confrontation. No autopsy was done. There was a physical confrontation because of somebody being left out in the cold. He tried to kiss and make up with her, but he had something else brewing. She was standing on her own 2 feet. And there was a confrontation dealing with this Queen of Wands. A confrontation over the lies, the cheating, the deception. 3 is a crowd. Physical confrontation over it. She threatened to expose him. And judgment of the world would be upon him. Judgment of the church would be upon him. He couldn't have that. She had to go. I am not seeing. He had more, put it this way, I think he had more to do with her passing. Just saying. Than what is being revealed in physical evidence. He physically attacked her. You know, and even though it's not in the cards, I'm being told that she could pass by her own hand, or it would be a much more difficult passing if he had to do it. It's almost like if you don't want to suffer, do it yourself. Very culturistic. And I just can't do any more with this. That's what I have for right now, guys. This is so sick. Very sick. She was forced into taking herself out. In this self-deletion. So, folks, there is where I'm dropping the mic.